Hello again. I must crave the forgiveness of viewers for inflicting a third video on them in one day. But so struck have I been by my paper this morning, I thought it might be interesting to share one or two of the things on which it reports. For example, first off, is this small piece here. Can we all see it? Yes. A man has been sent to prison for shooting his neighbour with a crossbow. I knew upon reading just the headline alone that this piece would not involve a man called Jim Brown or Dave Jones. And so it proved. Delroy Mayra, whose picture is shown in the thumbnail to this video, suspecting that his neighbour was having sex with his, that is to say Mayra's wife, got so irate that he decided to do something about it. Obviously the most sensible course of action was to arm himself with an axe and a crossbow and then go and shoot his neighbour. In mitigation, Mayra's lawyer told the court that he was depressed about the death of his mother at the time. I have to say my mother died when I was roughly the age of this man, which is 40, and I will admit that I felt a little low afterwards, but I did not think that shooting the man next door with a crossbow would be likely to raise my spirits in any degree. Next, we have a piece. Gulf States ban Marvel film for LGBT content. Yes, this is tells us that Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain and Qatar have decided not to show the latest Marvel film, The Eternals, in their countries. This is because it shows two homosexuals in a supposed marriage and they disapprove of such things being shown, especially a scene where a man kisses his husband. If only this country could get up a bit of gumption and do the same thing, but I'm not sanguine about the prospect of that happening. This reminds me that I went to the pictures yesterday and saw the new film of Dune. I was surprised at some of the advertisements, which not only showed black couples and mixed race couples almost every time a family is depicted on screen, that's par for the course these days, but two of the advertisements featured black homosexual couples, something which I've not seen before. I suppose that it was inevitable, really. On the same page, we see that a Scottish ballet company have overhauled the Nutcracker in their anti-racism drive. Drosselmeyer, the toy maker, is to be played by a woman, of course, and they're trying to eradicate racist stereotypes from dances such as the Land of the Sweets. I dare say they'll also be changing the name of the Sugar Plum Fairy, lest this be seen as a homophobic slur. On page 11 we have, oh look, a GP who stole £1 million from the NHS. Yes, he's been jailed for stealing £1 million to fund his gambling. Rumi Chahapia is apparently very sorry about stealing so much. The next page has a bit about Claudia Webb, the MP for Leicester East, who was harassing a woman and threatening to throw acid over her. I'm sure that we all know that acid attacks are currently something of a fashionable thing in some sectors of the community. This woman is refusing to quit as an MP and is determined to hang on as long as she can, presumably so that she can keep on drawing her big salary. I said at the beginning that these bizarre news items, which are at the same time all too predictable, this is because the bizarre is now normal in Britain. And what would once have caused a sharp intake of breath now elicits only a shrug as we reflect that this is what Britain has come to.